Hello my friends. And welcome to my channel English Stories. I hope you are doing well and your family today. Are you ready to listen and learn English through the inspiring life of Swami Vivekananda, a man who taught the world to believe in themselves and not stop until the goal is reached? Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get started. The words of Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached, will ignite your spirit and enhance your English as you listen. Let's explore his remarkable journey. The birth of a legend. Imagine a young boy born in a small town in India, who would grow up to inspire millions worldwide with his wisdom, bravery, and deep compassion for humanity. This boy was Swami Vivekananda, a visionary who reshaped the world's perception of India and its spiritual heritage. Swami Vivekananda was more than just a monk, he was a philosopher, a leader, and a warrior of ideals who taught the world how to live with purpose, resilience, and kindness. Born as Narendranath Dutta on January 12, 1863, in Kolkata, India, he was raised in a family that instilled in him strong values, discipline, and compassion. His father, Vishwanath Dutta, was a successful lawyer, while his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, was a deeply spiritual woman. From an early age, Narendra stood out, an exceptional blend of intelligence, curiosity, and fearlessness. He was not an ordinary child, full of energy, mischievous, and bold. Yet, beneath his playful nature lay a brilliant mind and a compassionate heart. Let me share some of the most inspiring moments from his childhood. As a young boy, Narendra and his friends used to play near a large tree in their neighborhood. One day, an elder warned them, "There is a ghost in that tree. Don't go near it." Terrified, all the children stayed away, except for Narendra. With fearless curiosity, he said, "If there is a ghost, let me see it." He confidently climbed the tree and sat there for hours. When he finally came down, he told everyone, "There is no ghost. It was just your fear." This story reflects how Swami Vivekananda always questioned superstitions and fear. He believed in seeking the truth and facing challenges with courage. Narendra's mother was his first teacher, imparting wisdom through small yet meaningful actions. His thirst for knowledge was extraordinary. He would ask deep, thought-provoking questions to his teachers, such as, "Have you seen God? What is the purpose of life? Why are some people poor while others are rich?" While most teachers struggled to answer, his hunger for truth only grew stronger. After his father passed away, Narendra's family faced difficult financial hardships. There were days when his family didn't even have enough food to eat. Do you know what Narendra did? He would lie to his family, saying, "I have already eaten," just so his mother and siblings could eat without worry. This selfless act reflected his deep love for his family and taught us the true meaning of sacrifice. In his quest for answers, Narendra met Sri Ramakrishna, a simple yet deeply spiritual man. When Narendra asked him, "Have you seen God?" Ramakrishna replied, "Yes, I see God as clearly as I see you." This meeting changed Narendra's life forever. Ramakrishna became his mentor, teaching him that God lives in every human being and that serving humanity is the highest form of worship. After meeting Sri Ramakrishna, Narendra's life began to transform in ways he could never have imagined. Ramakrishna wasn't just a teacher, he became a father figure, a guide, and the key to unlocking Narendra's true potential. But before we dive into his transformation into Swami Vivekananda, let's explore more stories that made him unforgettable. Even as a young man, Narendra had an incredible passion for reading. He would spend hours immersed in books on philosophy, science, history, and spirituality. It is said that he once borrowed a book from a library, read it in a single day, and returned it the next morning. The librarian, doubtful, asked him, "Did you really read the book or just skim through it?" Narendra confidently replied, "Ask me anything from the book." The librarian was astonished when Narendra answered every question correctly. But his love for knowledge wasn't just for himself, he believed that education was the key to solving the world's problems. He often encouraged others, saying, "Fill your mind with high thoughts, and you will always walk with your head held high." Narendra was a curious student who never accepted anything without proof. One day, he asked Ramankrishna, "How can I believe in God when I haven't seen him?" Ramankrishna smiled and said, "Close your eyes and meditate. You will feel God within you." At first, Narendra was skeptical. But after spending time with Ramankrishna, he began to experience something profound. He realized that God wasn't just in temples or scriptures but in every living being. This realization deeply moved him. Ramankrishna also taught him the importance of serving humanity. "If you want to see God," Ramankrishna said, "serve the poor, the hungry, and the needy." That, he believed, was the greatest form of worship. These lessons became the foundation of Swami Vivekananda's future mission. Narendra's friends often asked him, "How do you remember everything you read?" He revealed his secret: focus. He would read with such deep concentration that nothing could distract him. Once, while studying, his friends were talking loudly nearby. When they finally stopped, they asked if they had disturbed him. Narendra looked up, surprised, and said, "I didn't even hear you." His ability to focus became one of his greatest strengths, helping him achieve extraordinary success later in life. He believed that true focus could help anyone overcome challenges. As Narendra's popularity grew, many admired his intelligence and charisma. One day, a wealthy woman approached him and said, "You are so brilliant and handsome. Will you marry me?" Narendra smiled and replied, "I am already married, to truth and knowledge." The woman was shocked but deeply inspired by his dedication. This story reflects how committed Narendra was to his mission. He never allowed distractions or temptations to pull him away from his path. After Ramankrishna passed away in 1886, Narendra felt lost. But soon, he realized that his mentor had been preparing him for a greater purpose. Along with Ramankrishna's other disciples, he began spreading his teachings. To fully dedicate his life to this cause, he renounced all worldly attachments and took the name Swami Vivekananda. But life wasn't easy. As a monk, Swami Vivekananda often wandered from village to village with no money, no food, and no place to stay. Yet, he remained determined. When people insulted him or turned him away, he only grew stronger. He firmly believed, strength is life, weakness is death. In 1893, Swami Vivekananda received an invitation to represent India at the World's Parliament of Religions in Chicago, a golden opportunity to share India's spiritual wisdom with the world. But there was one major challenge: he had no money for the journey. Do you know what he did? Swami Vivekananda wrote letters to his followers, seeking help. Some donated money, while others gave him clothes and supplies. With their support, he finally boarded a ship to America. The journey was tough. He faced racism, discrimination, and even hunger. But he never complained. His focus remained clear: to make the world understand India's rich spiritual heritage. While on the ship, a fellow traveler asked him, "Why do you speak so kindly to others, even those who insult you?" Swami Vivekananda smiled and said, "My mother taught me that a knife can either harm or help. I choose to use my words to heal, not hurt." This simple yet profound answer revealed the depth of his wisdom and compassion. When Swami Vivekananda arrived in Chicago, he was met with an unexpected challenge. People looked down on him because of his Indian clothes and dark skin. At first, he struggled to find a place to stay and even food to eat. But he refused to give up. Then came September 11, 1893, the grand stage of the World's Parliament of Religions. The hall was packed with scholars, thinkers, and spiritual leaders from across the globe. It was a prestigious event, where every speaker arrived with prepared notes and polished speeches. But Swami Vivekananda had no written speech. He carried only his faith, wisdom, and deep love for humanity. When his turn came, Swami Vivekananda stood up in his traditional saffron robes, calm and composed. The moment he began his speech with "Sisters and Brothers of America," something extraordinary happened. The audience, which had been formal and serious until then, erupted in applause. The hall echoed with claps, cheers, and whistles for nearly 2 minutes. People were deeply moved, not just by his words but by the warmth and inclusivity with which he addressed them. Swami Vivekananda didn't speak to impress, he spoke to connect. His speech centered on the essence of India's spiritual wisdom and the importance of religious harmony. Key messages from his speech. Unity in diversity. He explained that all religions are different paths leading to the same truth. He said, as the different streams, having their sources in different places, all mingle their water in the sea, so, O Lord, the different paths which men take, all lead to thee. This powerful message of unity touched the hearts of everyone present. The spirit of tolerance. He highlighted how India had welcomed people of all faiths for centuries. He proudly declared, I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. A warning against religious intolerance. Swami Vivekananda did not hesitate to address the dangers of religious fanaticism. He urged people to practice love and respect toward all faiths, warning that hatred only leads to destruction. The audience was captivated. They listened for over 2 hours, completely mesmerized. Many later said it felt as if they were listening to a divine voice. Some even had tears in their eyes, feeling both inspired and humbled. A global sensation. After his speech, Swami Vivekananda became an instant celebrity. Newspapers across America praised him, calling him a spiritual genius and the voice of India. People from all walks of life wanted to meet him, learn from him, and understand more about India's rich spiritual heritage. His calm demeanor, sharp intellect, and magnetic personality made him a favorite among everyone he met. It wasn't just what he said, it was how he made people feel. He gave them hope, strength, and a new perspective on life. Changing Western perceptions of India. Before Swami Vivekananda's speech, many Westerners had a narrow and often negative view of India. They saw it as a land of poverty, superstition, and snake charmers. But after hearing him speak, their perspective changed completely. One American woman wrote in her diary, "If this is what Indian culture produces, then we must learn from them." His words had the power not only to educate but also to inspire respect and admiration for India. A tour across America. After the Parliament, Swami Vivekananda spent several months traveling across the United States, delivering lectures and meeting people. Everywhere he went, large crowds gathered to hear him speak. He spoke on topics such as the importance of self-confidence, the need to rise above selfishness and greed, the value of helping others. He also shared simple yet profound wisdom. Take risks in life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. People often asked him, Swami, how can we live a good life? He would reply, the best way to live is to serve others. Love and service are the highest forms of worship. Challenges and opposition. While Swami Vivekananda was admired by many, not everyone welcomed him warmly. Some teachers and religious leaders in America felt threatened by his popularity. Despite the opposition, Swami Vivekananda never reacted with anger or hatred. Some people tried to discredit him by spreading false rumors. But instead of being discouraged, he simply smiled and said, "Criticism is the price of greatness. It only makes me stronger." Compassion in action. One evening, after a long day of lectures, Swami Vivekananda was walking through a park when he saw a poor man sitting under a tree, shivering in the cold. Without hesitation, he took off his own shawl and gave it to the man, saying, "You need this more than I do." This small act of kindness deeply moved those who witnessed it. His greatness wasn't just in his words, it was in his actions. Empowering the youth. Swami Vivekananda believed deeply in the power of young people. He often said, "You are the creators of your own destiny. Believe in yourself, and you will be unstoppable." When someone asked him, "What is your advice to the youth?" he replied, "Be fearless. Work hard. Help others." He encouraged young minds to dream big and never give up, no matter how difficult life became. Returning to India. After winning the hearts of the West, Swami Vivekananda knew his mission was far from complete. His journey was not just about inspiring others, it was about transforming humanity and awakening the sleeping spirit of his beloved India. In 1897, he returned home, where thousands welcomed him as a hero, a symbol of strength and wisdom. However, what he saw in his country deeply pained him. He was heartbroken by the poverty, suffering, and lack of self-confidence among his people. Swami Vivekananda believed in the potential of every Indian. At a gathering, he thundered, "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached." This simple yet powerful call became a mantra for the youth of India. He urged people to break free from superstition, fear, and passivity. He said, "You are the makers of your own destiny. Stand up, be strong, and take responsibility for your life." The power of education. Swami Vivekananda believed that education was the key to India's revival, but for him, true education wasn't just about books and degrees. He said, "Education is the manifestation of the perfection already in man." He dreamed of an India where every child had the opportunity to learn, grow, and achieve greatness. Life-changing teachings. Swami Vivekananda had a unique ability to explain life in the simplest yet most profound words. Some of his key teachings include: focus on the present. Do one thing at a time, and while doing it, put your whole soul into it to the exclusion of all else. He taught people to stop worrying about the past or future and focus entirely on the present moment. 2. Embrace challenges. In a day, when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are on the wrong path. He saw obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. 3. Be fearless. Strength is life, weakness is death. He constantly reminded people that fear was the greatest enemy they could face. 4. Lifelong learning. Learn as if you were to live forever. Swami Vivekananda believed that every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. He didn't just preach, but lived by his words. One of the most inspiring stories from his life occurred during a lecture in Kolkata. A young man approached him and said, "Swami, I want to achieve greatness, but I don't know how." Swami Vivekananda smiled and replied, "Take up one idea. Make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let your brain, muscles, nerves, and every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success." The young man followed his advice and later became a successful businessman, who credited Swami Vivekananda for changing his life. Spirituality and service. Swami Vivekananda believed that spirituality was the foundation of a strong life. But for him, spirituality wasn't about rituals, it was about service, love, and selflessness. He often said, "You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul." He practiced what he preached. Once, during a drought, Swami Vivekananda worked day and night to distribute food and water to starving villagers. When asked why he was doing this, he replied, "Serving others is the greatest worship. The secret to life." Many people wondered how Swami Vivekananda managed to do so much in his life. What was his secret? He once revealed, "The secret of life is to have no fear and no distractions. Be fully present in everything you do." He also emphasized discipline and focus. Think deeply, but don't overthink. Worrying doesn't solve problems, actions do. Work hard, and trust the results to come. As Swami Vivekananda traveled across India, he continued to inspire millions. Despite his declining health due to overwork, he never stopped. He believed his mission was more important than his own comfort. He told his disciples, "It is not life that matters, but the courage you bring to it. Even if I die tomorrow, my work will live on." On July 4, 1902, Swami Vivekananda passed away at the young age of 39. But even in his final moments, he was calm and full of wisdom. Before his passing, he meditated deeply and told his disciples, "I have done my work. Now it is time for me to leave. Be strong, be fearless, and serve others." His eternal impact. Swami Vivekananda's life was short, but his impact was eternal. His teachings continue to inspire people worldwide. He showed us how to live with courage, compassion, and purpose. His words remain a guiding light for anyone seeking greatness. All the power in the universe is already ours. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and cry that it is dark. Swami Vivekananda's life proves that one person can change the world with determination, faith, and love for humanity. His story is not just history, it is a living lesson for all of us. Let his life inspire you to rise above your fears, dream big, and make a difference in the world.